G'day, I'm Christian at Jono Johno. Today I'm going to show you how to test your carburetor for pressure leaks. To do that we will be using this bad boy right here. So this is a carburetor pressure gauge. You can pick these up online at www.chainsawspares.com.au and I'll also be demonstrating on these carburetors here. So we have one good carburetor and one bad one. Doing that to show you what it looks like on the gauge to determine which one, when it's good and when it's bad. So the gauge is used to test the needle valve for any fuel leaks. Small two-stroke carbies, like the ones which we'll be using today, they have a pressure between 5 and 7 psi, but always check the specs of your carburetor manufacturer. 5 psi on the gauge would be about the third notch in. 0.05 on the gauge is 7.25 psi. So when testing, we want the gauge to be about that 0.05 mark, which will be around about that 7.25 psi. All tests should be done on a wet carby, which basically just means that the carby needs to have fuel in it or has had fuel in it to get the most accurate reading. Let's get into it. So to test the pressure, first we need to hook up the hose to the carburetor. So make sure you do it on this side one here, not the top one at the top of the carby. You want it to be done on the side. So place that one down, and then with the gauge we want to give that a few pumps till we get to about 0.5. Alright, so as you can see here we're at about 0.5. We're going to leave that for a minute.
1 minute later.
Alright, so it has been about a minute, and as you can see we're still at that 0.05 pressure. So that means that this carby has no leaks, as it hasn't lost any pressure over the course of 1 minute. However, if you were to do it on a carby where the pressure is no good, so this one here, which we know is no good, you will see, once I get this hose on, I'll give this a few pumps, and you'll see no change whatsoever. No pressure in that carburetor at all. Now, if your carby was losing slight pressure over time, I'll show you what that looks like now. So we pump it up and just watch the gauge. So the gauge is slowly losing that pressure. Sometimes this might be faster, sometimes this might be slower. This one was a bit of a quick one, but that's generally what it looks like. Now, if your carby does have a leak, I do recommend just replacing the entire unit. Saves a lot of hassle. There are repair kits available, but it's just a lot easier just replacing the entire unit. Once again, we do sell these online at www.chainsawspares.com.au. There is a vast range of information there of all of our products as well, so if you want to know anything about them, just head to the website. So feel free to leave any questions in the comments below, any suggestions, anything like that for future videos. Cheers and happy cutting.